Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again. So most of you who have seen my last video would have known I briefly mentioned about this. It has not been a great week for Zuckerberg, but only a few days ago the US Senate Judiciary Committee recently had another subcommittee hearing to scrutinize Meta's foreign relations and its representations to Congress, with a particular focus on the company's operations in China and its global influence. The hearing featured testimony from Sarah Wynne Williams, a former Meta executive who provided critical insights to the company's international dealings.
There's a straight line you can draw from these briefings to the recent revelations that China is developing AI models for military use, relying on Meta's Llama model. Meta's internal documents describe their sales pitch for why China should allow them into the market by, quote, helping China increase global influence and promote the China dream. The truth about what has gone on in China matters. I filed a shareholder resolution asking Meta's board to investigate its activity in China, and I filed whistleblower complaints with the SEC and the DOJ.
Some of the key topics discussed as I watched were, well, number one, being probably the allegations of national security risks. Wynne Williams accused Meta of compromising US national security to expand its business in China. She claimed that during her tenure, Meta executives misled employees, Congress, and the public about their engagements with Chinese Communist Party, particularly concerning artificial intelligence collaborations. Now, according to AP News, censorship and the regarding data concern. Now, officially, Meta has denied these allegations, stating that the company does not operate its services in China. A Meta spokesperson described Wynne Williams' testimony as divorced from reality and riddled with false claims, emphasizing that while there are historical interests in offering services in China, the company currently has no operations there. Now look, if you're a big tech company, arguably one of the biggest tech companies in the world, and you've got an entire market which is yet to even be entered, of course, I mean, everyone's going to cross that mind. I think to me it just makes sense. But Meta has reported and taken down extensive Chinese influence operations on its platforms. For in 2023, the company disrupted multiple networks of fake accounts originating in China that aimed to influence politics in other countries. These operations were part of what Meta described as the largest known cross-platform covert influence operation in the world, targeting influences and audiences in the United States, Europe, and Asia with pro-China messaging and disinformation. And given with the ongoing higher extension of intentions and more tensions are brewing between America and China, I don't think this is really helping the situation anyway, more than anyone would probably give credit for. Now, there's conversations with even the Chinese metaverse development plans separately as an entirely different issue, but China has been actively developing its metaverse industry. In 2022, the Chinese government released a 3-year action plan to advance the metaverse sector, aiming to integrate virtual reality and augmented reality technologies into various industries, including manufacturing, education, energy. Several provisional authorities have also implemented strategies to foster metaverse growth. For recognizing its potential impact production processes in daily life. While Meta has expressed interest in the metaverse, there is no public evidence of collaboration between Meta and Chinese authorities in this domain. But one thing I should certainly say is that whatever is true or not is yet to be really clear, but one thing we certainly do know is that as a man such as Zuckerberg, who he's now fluent in Chinese or Mandarin from my understanding, no one really goes about learning arguably one of the most well-spoken languages in the world by coincidence. I think it's an interesting time, but I think there's still a bit of a mystery to unravel, and I shall keep you all up to date for anything else that is revealed. Just don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down this video.